Hello everyone and welcome to the class of geography where we are going to start a new chapter of the representation of geographical features and the atmosphere, in which we have already seen the topographical maps. So today in this video we are going to start with the atmosphere. So let's see the content which we are going to cover in this chapter. These are the topics which we will cover in this chapter. The first one is the history of the atmosphere, means the evolution of the atmosphere we are going to know in this chapter. It's very much interesting as we should all know about the evolution of or the history of atmosphere. The layers, different layers of the atmosphere, Earth's atmosphere, and the composition through which this atmosphere is formed. Okay, so various important gases of atmosphere we are going to know, and the greenhouse effect. What is this exactly? And the ozone layer. What is the impact of ozone layer, or what is the importance of ozone layer? We are going to know. Understanding the environment also, and the effects of pollution. Basically, we will deal here with the air pollution as we are dealing with atmosphere in this chapter. So let's start. In this chapter only, in this video we are going to cover only the history of the atmosphere and the layers of the Earth's atmosphere. Means only these two topics we are going to cover in this video, and the rest of these topics will be later on in other videos. Okay, so you can see here these are the layers of atmosphere, and all together is known as atmosphere. So let's start with the history. Actually, you should know the history also. As we all know, the Earth is believed to have been formed 5 billion years ago. The formation or evolution of Earth is nearly 5 billion years ago. As I think you all should know, this is the year of evolution of Earth. Okay, fine. In the first 500 million years, a dense atmosphere emerged from the vapor and gases that were released after the formation of the planet Earth. As it was, all the planets were formed through of the solar family, means the solar system. So this is the year, means 500 million years before formation of Earth was started on the planet of Earth. The hydrosphere was formed 1.5 billion to 2 billion years ago. So coming to the first one, the first elements of the, or we can say the first sphere of the planet Earth. There are three spheres of planet Earth, means hydrosphere, atmosphere and lithosphere. So the first evolution was there of hydrosphere, and it was formed 1.5 billion to 2 billion years ago. This is the first sphere of life on the surface of Earth. The Earth was formed 5 billion years ago. Just remember these things. These are very important for MCQs also. Okay. This is the time for the evolution of Earth. But the evolution of this one, hydrosphere, was 1.5 to 2 billion years ago. Okay, the condensation of water vapor resulting in oceans of water in which sedimentations occurred. So this was the process through which hydrosphere was formed. Okay, 1 billion years ago. Now coming to atmosphere, the first layer, means the first sphere of the Earth was hydrosphere. The next one is atmosphere. Okay, 1 billion years ago, early aquatic organisms called blue-green algae. These were the first organism which were developed in the hydrosphere, means in the water bodies, means oceans basically. Helped in formation of oxygen through solar system, and they helped in the formation of oxygen as they were getting the energy from the solar system, from the sun basically. Conversion process known as photosynthesis, means this was the first one, blue-green algae. These were the first organism, that those who were in the formation of photosynthesis, and they are taking the solar energy from the solar system. Okay, and forming the oxygen. Then some oxygen, means O2, combined with other split oxygen atoms formed ozone, means O3. This is the formation of ozone in the atmosphere, means a layer is formed in the atmosphere of ozone layer. This layer of ozone acts as a shield, and what is the activity, what is the function of ozone? Why it is so important? As it is acting as a shield protecting the planet, means Earth planet, from the harmful rays of the Earth, from of the sun basically. Okay, radiation by UV or ultraviolet rays that are getting from the sun, from the solar energy. So this is the layer. Basically, ozone layer is the basic. We can say that basic need of our atmosphere is ozone layer to protect the harmful rays which are coming from the solar energy. The atmosphere is getting protected. Okay, so this is the main. This one layer is very much. It is working as a blanket. Okay, it's working as a blanket around Earth. So, the presence of ozone enabled organisms to develop and live on the land. Ozone played an important role in the evolution of life. That's why it is told to us that ozone is the basic, or we can say it is an important layer which through which it is possible, means survival is possible on our Earth. And allows life on the Earth. That's why it is possible to live here on Earth. Otherwise, UV rays means ultraviolet rays are too harmful. When we receive the direct rays from the sun, then it will be quite harmful for us for the survival. Okay. So the Earth's atmosphere has remained much the same for the past 200 million years as today. Means since 200 million years, the atmosphere of Earth is remained the same as it was there before, means 200 million years ago. It is remained the same. So this was the history of atmosphere. Okay, the firstly evolution of Earth was there, then hydrosphere was there, then in that one hydrosphere means blue green algae was the organism which through the photosynthesis the ozone or means oxygens are generated and it is forming a layer around the atmosphere, okay, which are protecting our Earth from the UV rays which are coming from the solar, means from the sun. So it is forming a blanket around the Earth's surface to protect the life. Fine. Now, clear? Now coming to the next topic which we are going to deal here, the layers of the atmosphere. Okay, these are the layers. The first one, if we are talking from the Earth, then it will be the first one, troposphere. Okay. Otherwise, when we were talking about the last one, means this is the layer which is nearly in the space. Okay. So we are talking about like this, vertical layers of the atmosphere from the Earth surface till the space. Okay, if we are talking from here, means from the Earth, the first layer will be troposphere, the second will be stratosphere, the third will be mesosphere, the fourth is here thermosphere, and the fifth is here exosphere. Okay, and the height is here, troposphere is nearly 0 to 10 kilometers from the Earth's surface, near this one only. Okay, which we see directly, we are coming in the contact of this one layer only, troposphere. And 10 to 30 is stratosphere. Then 30 to 50 mesosphere, the third layer of the atmosphere. Then 50 to 400 means this one layer, thermosphere. And then above 400 kilometers and it is going to mingle in the space, that one is exosphere. Okay, so coming from the space we are talking, okay, from the space means the last one which is touching the last layer or the first layer from the space. The first layer from the space will be the exosphere. Okay, this one from the space means we are talking from here, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5 and coming to the surface of the Earth. Fine, no confusion, I think so. Exosphere 690 to up to 10,000 kilometers. This is the last layer before the beginning of space, as it is written here. And then space is started. Okay, there's almost no oxygen here. These are the characteristic features of this one layer. So remember these things. The atmosphere is extremely thin here. This layer is too thin layer. It's not a thick layer. Some man-made satellites orbit the earth within this layer as it is touching the space. So, man-made satellites are there to cover the earth's surface or to look in the space features also. Okay. So, this is the uppermost layer of atmosphere, exosphere. Okay. Coming to the next one, below this layer is thermosphere, just below the exosphere, means coming to this point, second layer. This is first layer. Both the space shuttle and the International Space Station orbit in the middle to upper part in this layer. Solar activity strongly influences temperature in the thermosphere. Solar energy is coming directly and it is directly affected this one layer. Okay. Is coming to the atmosphere, solar energy is coming in contact with this layer directly, thermosphere. Temperatures in the upper thermosphere can range from, that's why the temperature is too high, you can see 500 degree to 2000 degrees Celsius or above that one. Solar energy is coming directly to this layer, receiving maximum, this layer is receiving maximum solar energy. Means the temperature is too high in this layer, thermosphere. Okay. Then ionosphere, we can divide this one thermosphere in upper part or lower part. Upper part, this one, and below this one, means just below this layer is called ionosphere. This is the lower part of the thermosphere. It extends from 80 to 550 kilometer. The extension of this one layer is this one. 80 to 550 kilometer, from 80 to 550, okay, this way, 80 to 550, and above that one 550 will be thermosphere upper layer, and 690 and above that one will be exosphere, okay. The lower part of the thermosphere is ionosphere. Gas particles absorb ultraviolet and X-ray radiation from the sun, as this layer is getting the maximum heat, maximum temperature of solar energy. So, and this is the below, this is the layer below the thermosphere. So, it is receiving the gas particles which are absorbing from this layer, ultraviolet rays, X-ray rays which are coming directly from the sun. So, this layer is also receiving all these rays, gas particles, UV rays, X-rays, all in this layer. The particles of gas become electrically charged ions. Radio waves are bounced off the ions and reflect waves back to the earth. So, these processes are going on in this layer only. So, this is most important layer till now, okay, as it is receiving maximum heat, maximum temperature of the sun. This generally helps radio communication. It is good for the radio communication. This is the hottest layer of the earth atmosphere. It traps the sun's heat inside it. The whole temperature, direct temperature means heat is coming from the solar energy and these layers are absorbing in it. Are you getting? So, this is the most important layer of atmosphere as it receives the maximum temperature of solar energy. Fine. So, three layers we have seen: exosphere, then thermosphere, below that one layer, that lower part of thermosphere is ionosphere. Okay. So, coming to the next one layer, that one is mesosphere. Mesosphere means it's standing from middle. Okay. This layer is in the middle. Okay. It's coming, rays are coming to the exosphere, then thermosphere, and it is coming ionosphere, then it is coming to mesosphere. That means it is the middle layer. Okay. M stands for mesosphere, middle layer or meteors, and meteors are, we can see here, meteors. This is the coldest layer. The temperatures are as low as minus 90 degrees centigrade, means minus 130 Fahrenheit, means above this one layer was ionosphere and thermosphere, which is the hottest layer of the atmosphere, and below that one is mesosphere, middle one layer of the atmosphere, which is the coldest one layer. Are you getting this? This is the difference, as ionosphere or thermosphere is absorbing all the heat or temperature whatever is coming from the sun, from the solar energy. So, this layer is not receiving much heat, that is why it is the coldest one layer of the atmosphere. Clear? although the air is thin, it is still thick enough to burn up meteors, as meteors are burned in these layers also. So in MCQs you will get the question, where do you find meteors, or where meteors are burned in this layer. Mesosphere is the layer, and it is the coldest one layer of the atmosphere. Fine. So are you getting the hottest one? If it is asked, then thermosphere will be the hottest layer of the atmosphere. If it is asked to you which is the coldest layer of the atmosphere, then mesosphere is the coldest layer of the atmosphere, and in mesospheres only meteors are burned. Okay, so it will be asked. So you should know and you should remember these things. These facts are very important. So coming to this one, mesosphere, coming down to this layer, stratosphere. That means we are coming close to the Earth's surface. The layer is around 12 to 50 kilometers, okay, from the Earth's surface. This layer is close to the Earth, but not the closest one, as this one is the first layer. Troposphere is the first layer, and it is coming at the second layer from the Earth's surface. We are talking about the atmospheres, layers of the atmosphere, and in this layer we can find aeroplanes and clouds are found in this layer. If it is asked to you, where do you see aeroplanes and clouds in the sky, so the answer will be in stratosphere. Is the layer in which we can see aeroplanes and clouds. Okay, this is the second layer of the atmosphere from the Earth's surface. There is not much oxygen here. Most of the ozone in our atmosphere is found here. So we can say that there is not too much oxygen in this layer, but ozone layer means maximum ozone. Whatever is there in the atmosphere is in this layer only. Maximum ozone is here in this layer of stratosphere of atmosphere. Okay. Temperatures increases with the height due to the increased absorption of ultraviolet radiation by the ozone layer. Some weather balloons can reach the lower part of this layer. So as you reach, the elevation will be high, then the temperature will be increased according to the height. Otherwise, the temperature is not too high in this layer. Okay. Now coming to the next one, means closest to the Earth's surface is means 0 to 12 kilometers only, troposphere. This is the layer closest to the Earth, as we are observing. Whatever we are seeing here in the sky, it is troposphere only, okay, where all living things are found. It is also the layer where weather changes occur and jet streams blow. If it is asked to you where you find the weather phenomena, it is there, it is in troposphere, means this is the layer where we find the weather phenomena, weather changes. If it is a lightning or a thunderstorms are there, so we can see that it is there in the troposphere. Okay. So it has the most oxygen of the atmosphere we can find here in this layer. Where do you find most maximum of oxygen? In which layer of the atmosphere? The answer will be troposphere. In this layer we find maximum oxygen for plants and animals to breathe, as it has the maximum proportion of oxygen for the breathing of the plants and animals or living beings which are dependent for the oxygen. Okay. Then we are talking about the Earth's surface, from the Earth till the space. It will be like this. We are dealing with the layers of the atmosphere. The first one will be troposphere. Okay. The second will be stratosphere. The third one will be mesosphere. Fourth one will be thermosphere, in which the lower part is ionosphere. Okay. The last one which is going to mingle in the space is exosphere. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can divide the layers of atmospheres in 5 parts. If we are talking about from the space to the Earth, then it will be the first. Otherwise, this is the first layer from the Earth atmosphere. Okay. So I think it is quite clear to you what are the functions of these layers, how it is helping as a blanket for protecting us from the UV rays of sun and that's why it is possible to live here on this planet. Otherwise, it is not possible to live here for the living beings. Not only human beings, plants, animals, those who are breathing. So, I am just ending here, concluding this lecture with this quote, which is telling to us, geography is the study of earth as the home of people. As we are living here, that's why we are studying geography. So, we are going to meet in the next class with another topic. Till then, take good care of yourself. Thank you.